Still today, 6 months into his new Tokyo life, Malcolm was content to keep his position at the end of the train, especially they serpent through the Japanese countryside. He knew that with one twist of the throttle he could pass most of them, and he didn't feel it was time for him to make his move. He wasn't content, for things had been moving so quickly that he was for the moment willing to sit back and take his time. He had a lot to digest. The new bike was only symbol of his new life in Tokyo. The $10,000 apartment he kept in Hakare, marble floors, heated bathroom tiles, 2 bedrooms, a secure living room, a synthetic waterfall running down the kitchen wall was another delicate first step. He still had so much to learn from Carney, from Sign, from the other expats, from Tokyo itself. The scripted letters crawling across the frosted glass double doors that led into the top floor offices of the Bank of Japan, built in the heart of the Tokyo financial district, read Associated Strategic Capital LLC. The 6 young men gathered around the marble boardroom table in the vast circular central room called themselves simply as AC, the ASC crew, but everyone else in Tokyo knew them as Carney boys. Daniel Sutter, at 28, was the oldest of the bunch, and with his business degree from Harvard and his grasp of Japanese, the most educated among them. Steve Townsend, 27, was the smartest technical genius who could crunch numbers faster than an account girl at computer terminal. Trent Gofield and Derek Heap, both 26, were 2 bullies by nature who could be counted on to jump in out of high-risk situations without any concept of fear. Akari, 26, was crafty, sarcastic, amused. He seemed to have an inside track with Carney, perhaps because he had worked for the man the longest. Malcolm was the baby of the group at 24. His personal role had yet to be fully defined. For 6 months they gathered every morning at the marble table. For 2 hours before the start of the trading day, dressed in their informal uniforms, white shirts, dark slacks, Carney and Bill would have strolled in by 7:30. The first week, Carney wore a striped trading floor jacket to the morning bull session in twisted homage to Nick Leeson, whose photograph will still be splashed across the tabloids in London and Tokyo. After the first week, he'd exchanged the stripes for the dark Armani no-type shirt open halfway to his belt. In contrast, Bill's wardrobe could most politely have been described as homeless chic. Sometimes Carney started the meet with the news from financial markets, and sometimes he let boys run the show. At first, the meetings tended to be more toward chaos than order, with everyone throwing ideas at once. As Carney had explained during their short 2-day orientation before ASC first opened its floor at hedge funds, there were only bottom line profit. No deal was out of bounds, no position too crazy. ASC could buy and short sell simple equities such as stocks, bonds, trade index futures, trade commodities much such as yen, precious metals, pork bellies, even orange juice. Or they could go after more exotic position, real estate, real art, IPOs. There was no one to answer to, no forms of file permission to be granted. The only real constraints were the $350 million bank dollar rule and the first rule of Carney: you never get into something, you get out by the closing bell. They led a lot of leeway for creativity and the competitive atmosphere that Carney had fostered. It also led to some fairly heated morning bull sessions. No longer was it a rogue prop trader, his wizard, and a couple of assistants. Now it was 8 proper traders with his fingers over triggers. Репетитор по скайпу, Smart Teacher 197.